Hello, and welcome to It's an Artful Life. I'm your host, Jillian Rhodes. This project started with a question: do the arts matter anymore? I decided to start asking people that very question and came up with this project, an experiment on how and if people see and experience the arts in their daily lives. Is it an artful life? Let's find out. Pablo Picasso once famously said that every act of creation begins with an act of destruction. Indeed, sometimes destruction is the only way to begin. That's what the circle of life is all about, after all. I think that's why artists can be a little fragile sometimes. They're so close to destruction because they are so close to creation. But on the same token, I think artists see creation more easily than others. In many ways, that's why, in my opinion at least, the world needs artists to help us see beauty, not just in art, but in the simple act of living beautifully. In today's interview, I chat with one of my fellow trainees at the dance studio whose path to dance was a bit winding. I think many people will find common threads in her story. Let's take a listen. First things first, can you introduce yourself briefly?
My name is Ryeon Hwa. Ryeon Hwa means magnolia.
Okay.
And I live in Seoul, Gyeonggi, near Seoul, and I'm from South Korea. I studied psychology and adolescent science in the university. But after graduation, I decided to follow a completely different path. So it's been a year since I started to learn contemporary dance.
Okay. So, these days, so you're still learning contemporary dance. Are you working in the dance field or just training these days?
No, these days?
Yeah.
Just training. I want to work as a contemporary dancer, but I don't think I have, skills to teach people or perform.
Okay. But that's the eventual goal.
My goal?
Yeah, the eventual goal is to be a contemporary dance or like in a company or...
Yes, but my final goal is to make us society better.
Wow, okay. Okay, so do you consider yourself an artistic person?
As a contemporary dancer? No.
Oh.
Because as I said, it's been only a year. But I think I am artful?
Artistic
Person because, I don't think I'm an artistic person in my field, but in my life, I am an artistic person because I enjoy working, I enjoy walking, studying, learning something new, and meeting person. I think an artistic person means someone who enjoys their life.
So what drives you to the arts? Like, what really interests you about the arts? Like, for example, why did you start dancing after studying psychology?
I decided to start to dance because I thought about death.
Okay.
If I didn't think about death, I would have worked for a good company like Samsung, LG, because my family didn't want me to dance. They want me to make a lot of money, study hard, get into a good company. But since I was young, I wanted to dance seriously, but my mom forced me to study. So I had no choice but to study. But my dad passed away 6 years ago. And after that, I started to think about death. And I thought, I'll be dead someday. So I don't want to regret. No, then I have to start what I want to do. That's why I started dance.
What an interesting story. So, do you have a particularly memorable experience of the arts?
Last month, I performed 비밀의 감각.
Oh, like a secret sense. So, like 비밀의 감각 would be like the secret sense.
Yes. And we performed with people with disabilities. And that was exactly what I want to do in the future. Actually, I don't want to be a great dancer. I want to be someone who, as I said, who make the society better. And I want to dance with people with disabilities and juvenile and normal people who are not dancers.
Okay, so doing that performance, kind of, it was exactly where you want to go. So there was something about it that was really exciting for you?
I was pleased because I saw them being happy. They laughed a lot, they smiled a lot, and they enjoyed. I want to help these kind of people.
Cool. So, memorable experiences, they're kind of big things, but do you think that you experience the arts on a daily basis? I mean, like, obviously you come here and we train.
Yes, I train myself every day. Also, and when I work at the cafe, and when I walked on the street, when I look at people who I meet inspire me, like you.
Oh, thank you.
So I think I experience something artistic every day.
Wow.
Every moment.
Every moment. Okay. So imagine that we were to kind of take the art out of the world. What do you think life would look like? What would your life look like? What would you miss the most? Kind of imagine that world.
Sorry?
So there's kind of three questions, but you can choose which one you want to answer.
Okay. Okay.
Which is, if so, in a world without art, what do you think the world would look like?
Okay.
What do you think your life would look like? And three, what do you think you would miss the most?
I'll answer the second question.
Okay.
I think I would try my best to feel something new because I know someday I might not feel anything from art, but I think this is a good way to feel something new because I know I'm a person who does my best. So if I cannot feel anything, then I'll try my best to feel something.
Okay. So if there was no art, then you would still try to feel something, even without the art. Okay. So what you were just saying is a little bit similar to the next question, which is that all of the art was still around us, but we couldn't see it or experience it really. So when you see art, you feel something, right? But if in this world, even if you see it, it doesn't feel anything. I mean, you kind of answered it already, right? That even if you couldn't feel something from it, you would still try to find other ways to feel something. Okay, so you would still try to feel something. So is for you, are the arts' main purpose to make people feel something? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So without art, would people feel anything?
Ooh. Okay, let's say. Even if there isn't art in the world, I think people can feel art by doing other things.
Okay.
Like, because to me, art is to enjoy their lives.
Okay.
So if they find something which makes them enjoy it, then that is the art.
Then there is still art.
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting. All right. So, last question. What do you think it means to live an artful life? To just enjoy?
To enjoy their life, to love their life, to be proud of their life, and to being happy with their life. Anything that makes them happy and makes them inspired.
Do you have any final thoughts or comments to add?
Yesterday, I prepared for this interview, and it was the first time for me to think about artistic person and artistic life. And after that, I got to love myself in my life more. So I really appreciate you.
Oh,
Thank
you so
you.
much. That's like, way beyond the podcast. Awesome.
Thank you, Julian.
You're welcome. It's an Artful Life will return next week with another interview. Thanks for listening.